I'm Cole. This is my journey of becoming a professional soccer player, building a bootstrap business, and showing my journey to self-mastery. I make these videos to teach people how to create their ideal life. Today's video is focused on regaining momentum through urgency to help you break that distraction loop that you get into and take decisive action. The list of topics that I'm going to go into today are: you need a sense of urgency, good decisions make more good decisions, and bad decisions make more bad decisions. Bounce back from where you are, and then finishing off, we're gonna go into some urges that you're gonna have along the way in not allowing other people's success dictate what you do. Starting out, you need a sense of urgency. When you're young, you think you have so much time to relax and do a bunch of different things, but we've all felt that sensation before where you feel like time has just slipped by. As you get older and older, time only passes faster and faster. You can't allow yourself to think that you have time to do something because you don't. If you have that mindset, time will pass you by and then you'll wake up in 10, 20, 30 years and think, what have I done with my life? I had all these dreams, I had all these goals, and yet I didn't do anything with it. I just sat around. I don't want to get to that point in my life or I regret not taking action today. You have to have that sense of urgency to get it done today. Whatever that is for you, you have to create it. One way that you can create that sense of urgency is creating deadlines for yourself. If you are working as an entrepreneur, you don't really have those deadlines. If you're bootstrapping yourself, you have no one telling you, oh, you have to go to work today, oh, you have to do this. So you have to be accountable for yourself. An easy way to do that is to set deadlines saying, I'm gonna do this by that, and then stick to that. Having a schedule and creating a schedule for yourself of when you're gonna do certain tasks is gonna help you stay on top of it. You have to have in the back of your mind that you have to do this now, because as you get into doing more work, you'll come to realize that there's always more to do. The more you do today, the bigger the business or whatever thing you're working on will be in the future. I'm someone who's always worked really well with deadlines, whether it's a paper, whether it's studying for a test. A day or two before the test, I will procrastinate and not do anything. And then right when it comes time for me to lock in, I'll sit there for hours and crank it out. I think everyone has that ability in them to bring out ultra productive mode, but it's something you have to have your back up against the wall in order to reach that. I've heard from some people that they'll create scenarios in their head as if something terrible will happen, like a loved one will die if they don't do that work. I think that's a little extreme, but if it works for you, then use it. For me, the main way I'm creating a sense of urgency is that I know if I don't do my juggling today, I know if I'm not doing my work today, it's not gonna get done. I have two major things going on with the business, with the soccer. If I'm not disciplined every single day, making substantial progress in both of those pursuits, it's never gonna get done. I have a towering task in front of me, and instead of being petrified at everything that I have to do, I have to start small and take action immediately. But knowing that I have so much to do and I don't have the time that I think I have to lounge around and relax will allow me to get started today and have that intense focus that I need in order to do a good job and get as much done as possible. Next, decisions compound. Good decisions make more good decisions, and bad decisions make more bad decisions. A lot of people will think a good or bad day is just based off one decision, but it's really the 3 or 4 micro decisions that led up to that one decision in order for you to have a good day. For example, if you did your work today, what does that actually mean? So you woke up on time, you got out of bed, made breakfast immediately, got ready for work, left early so you would show up, then locked in immediately and starting doing as much work as you could, making progress. Making bad decisions, it's not just one decision that ruins the day, it's a series of bad decisions that stack up over time. So you probably woke up late, you didn't really have breakfast, so you're not that fueled. You were a little bit late to work, and then those 3 contribute to you not being able to lock in and do your work properly. A lot of people will think it's one bad decision that will ruin a day, but it's the micro decisions that led up to that decision and then the decisions after that ruin it. You've probably heard this before, but the law of compounding, making 1% gains every single day will get you 37 times better than what you started. It's the same thing for micro decisions within a day. If you continually choose to do the right thing, you'll get just a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Then over a long time period, it's not going to be instant, so it's hard to do it in the moment, but you have to know that every decision that you're making tomorrow will pay dividends in the future. You will reach significant returns on those good decisions that you made right now. The same thing goes for bad decisions. Getting like 1% worse or a little bit worse compounds, and then you're left with very little to nothing. You don't want to get to that point where you're constantly making bad decision, and then your life goes to shit. So you have to focus on every decision that you make is a vote for the person that you want to be, whether that aligns with the person you hope to be. Following those points, you have to learn how to bounce back. You're not going to make the perfect decision every single time, and you will fall back into that old version of yourself that you're trying to get rid of. I do it sometimes. I've done it recently with going back into YouTube. I've been watching YouTube, and that's taken a lot of time away from me working on my business. So I have to identify what my problem is that I'm going on YouTube and watching the old YouTubers that I used to watch that don't serve me, helping me reach my ideal self. So I have to find what the biggest problem is. The biggest problem is that I'll go onto the YouTube subscriptions page when I don't need to. There's literally no reason for me to do that. The only reason I should be using YouTube is for posting these videos. So I have to not allow myself to go on youtube.com and just go on YouTube Studio. Then I have to take action. For me, the taking action is not allowing me to go on that thing. If I do catch myself going on YouTube, I have to X out of the page immediately and then go back to work. There will be times where you fall down, but you don't want to be stuck. You want to be able to bounce back as fast as possible. It may take a second to realize that there is a problem. You have to take a step back, take a deep breath, analyze what the field is like for you in terms of what you're doing, how you're messing up, and then take action based on those problems that you're having on how to prevent them in the future. Then the final point that I have is kind of a curse of competency. I've heard this originally from Alex Hormozy. He talks about this in terms of business, but as you are going along your entrepreneurship journey, you're gonna see different opportunities that come up that look very shiny, very new, that you're gonna be like, oh, I could be making money in this. My business right now isn't making as much money as I want. This new opportunity looks good. But a lot of the returns that you get in the business compound. So the longer that you stick with it, the more likely it is to make more money. Plus, you don't know all the problems associated with that business. You're just gonna continually get in a cycle of jumping to the new thing, and not getting past the old level that you were at so you can become a better entrepreneur. You're gonna see opportunities like this in life, either with what other people are doing in life. If you're looking at social media, you're gonna see people posting on their Instagram, talking about what they're doing, going on this trip, hanging out with this people, having a great time. You don't know what it's actually like. It's just a glimpse of their life that you're showing it, and it's probably tuned up to look even better than it was. If you use other people's success to push yourself to become a better version of yourself, that's fine. But it's when you see what other people are doing and think that you want to continually change, because you think the next opportunity is going to be the one. It's not going to be the one. It's better to just stick with one thing and continually get better at it, because as you get better and better at it, you're going to differentiate yourself and move up a lot farther than if you just start a new thing every so often and then not make any gains in it. Day 77, thank you for watching, good night. Here's my scorecard for today. As you can see, still have those big areas of getting into distraction. I need to fix that up so I can make progress on my business, because as I talked about in the video, sense of urgency is everything, and I've lost that recently, so I have to get back on it.